Chapter 2, Section 5, Biotalk, Making Inferences in Science. Have you ever wondered how scientists know so much about dinosaurs? No human ever saw a dinosaur eat or run. The huge lizards disappeared from Earth about 65 million years ago. No fossil evidence of the human species, Homo sapiens, appears before 500,000 years ago. The skeletons of dinosaurs have been reconstructed using fossil records. The skeletons provide indirect evidence of how the dinosaur might have lived. Evidence from the skull of a dinosaur may indicate that the dinosaur might have been a meat eater. The premise that this dinosaur killed other dinosaurs is called an inference. No one ever saw the dinosaur eating meat. The evidence to support this conclusion came from examining the skull shape and the structure of the teeth. Unlike a hypothesis, an inference cannot be tested. Mass extinction and adaptive radiation. Extinction is the total disappearance of a species. Extinction means that not a single organism of the species lives anywhere on Earth. The fossil record is a virtual graveyard of extinct species. It is strewn with the fossilized remains of millions of extinct species. David Raup, a paleontologist at the University of Chicago, notes that only about 1 in 1,000 species that have lived on Earth is still alive, a truly lousy survival record, 99.9% failure. Even more striking, however, is the fossil evidence of mass extinctions. These are episodes during which large numbers of species became extinct during short intervals of geological time. In geological time, a few million years or less is a short period. The extinction of one species often has a domino effect. If one species vanishes, so do many others. Yet mass extinctions can present new opportunities to survivors. Those best able to survive fill empty niches. An ecological niche is the function a species plays in an ecosystem. Plants and animals that have the greatest genetic variation are most often best able to fill these empty spaces. This process is called adaptive radiation. In this activity, you investigated evidence of mass extinctions and adaptive radiations by analyzing data from the fossil record. Rapid evolution can also occur when a species moves into a new area. Natural variation within a species makes it easier for the species to adapt to different environments. One remarkable mass extinction event occurred at the boundary between the Cretaceous and Tertiary periods, roughly 65 million years ago. This boundary separates the age of the reptiles and age of One remarkable mass extinction event occurred at the boundary between the Cretaceous and Tertiary periods, roughly 65 million years ago. This boundary separates the age of the reptiles and the age of the mammals. Geologists recognized this event over 100 years ago when they realized that there was a striking change in the types of fossils deposited on either side of this boundary. This is where the language of science may become difficult to follow. However, no matter how it is said, the concepts are the same. This boundary also separates two eras. These two eras are called the Mesozoic and Cenozoic. Dinosaurs were prevalent during the Mesozoic era and extinct during the Cenozoic era. The last segment of the Mesozoic era is called the Cretaceous period. The first segment of the Cenozoic era is called the Tertiary period. The abbreviation for the boundary between the Cretaceous and Tertiary periods is often referred to as the KT boundary, where K is the abbreviation for the German form of the word Cretaceous. You may also hear of this time referred to the Mesozoic. Hold on, let's back up. Let's look at this diagram, or this image is a model of a Brachiosaurus. Okay, so you may also hear of this time referred to. You may also hear of this time referred to. I think it's supposed to have an as here. So, all right, guys. You may also hear of this time referred to as the Mesozoic and Cenozoic boundary. No matter what you call it, there were dinosaurs before and there are no dinosaurs now, and it happened about 65 million years ago. Moreover, at the end of the Cretaceous period, virtually all plant and animal groups were lost from Earth, not just the dinosaurs. Yet the beginning of the Tertiary period marks the start of the adaptive radiation of mammals. The ultimate cause of the mass extinction at the Cretaceous-Tertiary boundary is still a debate among scientists. However, more and more evidence suggests that a meteorite impact caused the mass extinction. The impact of the meteorite created a chain of devastating environmental changes for living organisms.